Hello there, Neil. Hello, Talkin' Fight fans. Hello, boxing world. Welcome to another episode of Neil the Deal on Talkin' Fight. And we're going to speak about someone very special this evening because we actually just mentioned him in another episode because his management company had undertaken some work with some young boxers. But this fella, Devin Haney, is no slouch to the ring, and he's a great fighter, and we're happy to be talking about him. What do you got for us, Neil?
Hey, good evening, Graham. Nice to see you again. Good evening, guys. Talking Fight fans, Neil the Deal Show fans. Thanks for coming out. Really appreciate it as usual. Yes, we are going to be talking about another U.S. fighter this evening, Devin Haney. Devin Haney. And Devin is a fantastic fighter. We're going to go over a bunch of his stuff. And he's got some big fights coming up this year, so we'll talk about that later on in the show and let you know what he's up to and what's going on with him. So, all right, so Devin Haney, he has a nickname. They call him The Dream, Devin The Dream Haney. He was born, I like that one, The Dream. Oh, yeah. He was born November 17th, 1998. That makes him 22 years old. So he's a real youngster, Graham. You know, as far as fighters go, he's to date, he doesn't fight like a youngster, I'll tell you that much. I was watching a bunch of his fights over the last couple of years, and, man, this kid – he's moving up really quick, like all these guys. In this lightweight division, there's so many guys, as we keep talking about, that really do have a shot at like there's going to be some really big world title fights going on in this division. So I really like the lightweight division. He currently is the WBC World Lightweight Champion title holder. Oh, I forgot to mention, he was born in San Francisco, California. All right, guys? So he's from San Francisco area. So he's the WBC lightweight heavyweight champion as we speak right now, and he started boxing when he was about 8 years old. Now, apparently, he was a real troublemaker as a kid. He used to get into a lot of fights in school and stuff of that sort, so his parents decided to take him into the gym to let out some of his aggression, and ever since then, he loved it, and he's excelled immensely through his amateur career and right into his pro career. He's really he could literally be, Graham. He could be the most talented lightweight out of them all. You know, he literally could be. He's right on the cusp with these other guys. So we're going to talk about a bunch of that stuff. He's ranked number 3 in the world, best lightweight in the world right now by Ring Magazine, and number 5 in the world by BoxRec. So he's right in there in the top 5. He's got a very amazing. His fighting style is something, again, that I like. He's got an aggressive style. He's got great power in both hands. His combination punching is amazing. He uses the ring really well. He cuts off the ring when he has to. He's very elusive. He's got an excellent jab, and he's a really good finisher. Once he gets a guy in a position to finish him, he's been putting lights out for these guys all along his pro career here. He's a really well-rounded fighter, and hopefully this year he's going to get that big title shot, big fight that he's been pushing for. So let's go over his amateur career a bit. He had a big amateur career, really big. So he had a total of 146 amateur fights, of which he won 138 of them, giving him only 8 losses. So he won 138 amateur fights. That's a lot of fights to win as an amateur. And he won quite a number of awards being an amateur. In 2013, he won a silver medal at the U.S. Junior National Championships. 2014, he won a gold medal at the Junior National Championships. And in 2015, he won a gold medal in the Youth National Championships, defeating Ryan Garcia. Now, there's been a lot of back and forth with him and Ryan Garcia. They're both from California. They fought 4 times as amateurs against each other, each of them winning two fights. So there's got to be a rubber match here at some point, I would think. That's what I'm thinking going down the road here, depending on what happens with the other title fights and stuff like that. I would not be surprised to see him and Ryan Garcia get into it in the ring. And that would be a fantastic fight, as we all know, because Ryan Garcia is a champion in his own, and I think it's almost like bragging rights for California. You know, they've been going at each other since they were kids. So, and they don't really hate each other. I've seen them in interviews before and stuff, and they kind of joke around a bit, and but now that they're both pro and they're both champions, I think they're probably going to end up head to head at some point. I'm thinking, right? I would love to see it. Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney would be a fantastic fight, Graham. So, yeah, he's won a bunch of titles over the last couple of years. We'll just go over the titles that he's won, other than the WBC title that he currently has right now. In 2018, he won the IBF USBA lightweight title. As in 2018 as well, he won the IBF North American lightweight title. 2019, he won the WBC International lightweight title. In 2019, he also won the WBO International lightweight title, and also the WBA International lightweight title. So he technically is a 3-time champion right now. He has 3 belts, right? So, I mean, I don't think there's a lot of guys out there that can say that they got 3 belts at 22 years old. He's probably closest, probably the youngest guy, I would think, or is one of the youngest guys to be able to do that. 22 years old and having all that under your belt is unbelievable. So let's go into his pro totals, guys. Again, thanks for coming out. We're going to talking about Devin Haney tonight. His pro totals, he's got a total of 25 fights as a pro, and he has come out with 25 wins. So he is another one, Graham, who is undefeated in the lightweight division. He has 15 knockouts, which gives him a knockout percentage of 60%. But his knockouts that I saw were devastating knockouts. So he has the ability to knock you out, like I was saying, with both hands. He's got power in both hands. His jab is amazing. His footwork is great. His inside the ring, he really knows what he's doing. He likes to fight in the middle of the ring. He doesn't lean against the ropes and do a lot. He likes to keep the fights in the middle of the ring, and I like that. It's a head-to-head, battle-to-battle kind of stuff, and that's the kind of stuff I really enjoy. So he turned pro at 17 years old, and he couldn't compete in the United States for his first 4 fights, apparently because there's an age restriction regulation. I guess he didn't. I guess you have to be 18 years old to fight in the United States. So he was forced to fight his first 4 fights in Mexico, of which he won all 4. In 2019, he signed a promotional deal with British promoter Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. Eddie Hearn is one of the best boxing promoters going right now, and he seems to be able to sign the big fights. He also is really good friends with Floyd Mayweather Jr. I understand Floyd Mayweather Jr. has been helping him in the last couple of years with some of his sparring and stuff. So I'm sure he's getting, he's getting some really good advice from Floyd Mayweather Jr. So there's no doubt that having that promotional Eddie Hearn behind him and Floyd Mayweather Jr. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on with him definitely later on this year. In 2019, September 2019, he became the interim lightweight title holder, and he was the youngest champion at that point. Basically because Vasily Lomachenko at the time vacated the title, and then there was a box off, and he ended up winning the title. They put Lomachenko up as a franchise champion, and then Lomachenko ended up losing those titles to Teofimo Lopez just recently. So there is some rumbling recently that Devin Haney has been calling out Lomachenko, and Lomachenko's been saying, sure, let's do it, and all this stuff. So that might be a fight that might come down later on this year. We'll have to see what happens. But he does have a fight coming up. We're going to talk about that, and it's already been confirmed, and it is signed. So he does have an upcoming fight. So
May 29th.
Yes, it is May 29th. That is correct. May 29th, 2021. He'll be fighting Jorge Linares, who is no slouch by any means. So his competition's been getting stronger and stronger every fight, and now he's fighting ex-world champions like Linares. Is a fantastic fighter. So in November 2019, he made the first events of his title winning, but he was injured in 2019 and he had to get shoulder surgery. So he's been sort of on the shelf for the last year until recently. He November 2020, a fight which I was watching, he won a unanimous decision over Yorkis Gamboa, and retained his title. And like I say, he wants to fight Lomachenko, or he wants to fight. He's looking at the big fights. He really wants to fight Teofimo Lopez, but Lopez also has a fight coming up. So if Lopez gets through that and he gets through Linares, then maybe they will end up in a unified belt title holding situation where they'll be going for the unified lightweight heavyweight title right there. And you know, that would be a really, really good fight too. Would be Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez for sure. So that's another possibility. Now, the notable fights that I've seen recently in the last few years that I liked was he had an amazing knockout, Haney versus Antonio Moran. It was a great knockout. If you guys want to check that out, Haney versus Alfredo Santiago was a fantastic fight as well. Went the distance, but Haney really did a job in that one. And then of course the Gamboa fight that he just recently had was he went the distance, but he looked good, and he said that his shoulder feels good. I mean, that was the first fight after the surgery, so you know, good on you there, Devin Haney. I'm glad that everything's going well, and you're feeling a lot better, and you're going to be able to move forward this year and show us what you got in some of these upcoming fights that you're going to be having. So, like we said, he's going to be fighting Jorge Linares. Linares is no slouch. He's 47-5, Graham Linares, right? And he's a former multiple world champion, three-time weight division. Linares has held the WBC featherweight title before, the WBA super featherweight title before, and he was the WBA, WBC, and Ring Magazine lightweight title holder in the past. So this guy's he's definitely going to be tough competition, but I believe Devin Haney should be able to handle it. He's like I say, Ryan Garcia could be a fight with him later on this year. Gervonta Davis was another name that always pops up. Gervonta Davis, although he's got some problems, some personal problems going on right now that I guess he's going to have to deal with before they decide where he's going to go. Again, Teofimo Lopez, that would be a massive fight. And then he's got Lomachenko, and he's already stated that he wants to fight Lomachenko, and Lomachenko's saying, yeah, sure, let's do it. You know, so I mean, he's basically telling everybody in the division, let's go, let's fight. And we're going to see later this year what he's all about. So on the 29th, guys, it's on DAZN, the 29th, 2021, 9 p.m. on DAZN. You can see Devin Haney. If you haven't seen him before, I don't think you're going to be disappointed. He's an amazing fighter. He's young. He's going to be around for a long time, Graham. We'll be talking about him for many years to come. So I believe that he's going to be a multiple title holder at some point. He might even go up a weight category, as they sometimes do as they get older. But anytime I've seen him, he's been amazing, flashy, great fighter. Love seeing him, and can't wait to see him on the 29th. So, guys, thanks a lot for coming out. Graham, thanks a lot for having me here tonight. And let's just hope that Devin Haney has a good match with Linares on the 29th, eh? Thanks a lot, guys, for coming out. The likes, if you like it, like it. If you share it with your friends. You know, hit the notification bell. Let you know when I'm going to be doing the show, and hopefully we'll see you out. Tomorrow night is Friday, Graham, so we'll be up a little earlier, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully we'll see you then. You guys have yourself a safe evening. Take care of yourselves. We'll talk to you then. Take care. Bye for now.
Thanks very much, Neil. Devin Haney versus everybody reads his T-shirt. So
That's
he is
it.
prepared. He is prepared. So thanks for Devin Haney versus everybody. So he's ready for that run, man. He's going.
Yeah,
Sounds like he's got a great attitude, man. He's ready.
Oh yeah, he's all ready to go, man. He's, like I said in some of his interviews recently, he's basically said he wants to fight anybody who'll fight him. So I like a guy like that. You know, yeah. He just wants to fight. So that's good for him. Guys, I hope you like go check him out on YouTube and like some of his fights, because I think he's going to be one of those real like I say, he could be the most talented lightweight out there. So he's gonna display that on the 29th, and I'll be watching. Hopefully you guys will be watching too.
Awesome. All right. Thanks very much, Neil. We'll see you tomorrow night.